In today's video, we learn how to install Linux on Windows. So the first step is to search for the Windows terminal. So you type in Windows. So that's this guy here. So then you open it. So let's enlarge it. So then you're going to type in the command WSL double dash install, right? So what this command does is that it's going to install the Windows Subsystem for Linux on your Windows, right? So then you press enter. So you select yes. So it's going to download the WSL. So there is version 2.7.10. So you wait for some time for it to download. So we are now installing the WSL. It's almost done. So right now the operation is done, but you have to reboot our PC. So now let's reboot our computer. Once we are done restarting our PC, you're going to type in the same command, right? That's WSL double dash install. Then you press enter. So it's now downloading Ubuntu and it's now installed. The system automatically gives us a username, right? This username here. So then you press enter. So you're being asked to create a password. So now when you're typing in the password, it's not going to show on the screen. So you just have to pay attention. So now let's type in our password. So you're being asked to retype the password again. So you type in the exact same password. So the password didn't match, so we have to retype the password. So now let's pay attention this time around. So let's retype it. So here we are done installing the Ubuntu on Windows, right? Let's update the Ubuntu, right? So to update it, you're going to do sudo apt, so apt, then you type updates, right? Then you press enter. So you're being asked to type in our password, so you type the password again. So here we are updating the Ubuntu. So this is going to take some time. So let's wait for a while. Now to do this, you have to get access to the internet. So I think that's obvious. We are done updating. So now we are going to type in the command sudo apt. So here we are going to upgrade, right? So you change update to upgrade. So you can use the arrow keys -y. So this is going to upgrade it. So we can start to create directories or folders. Now the best thing is to restart the PC, right? So let's restart, then we can now create our folders. Once we are done restarting the PC, we come to the search icon here. Then you type in terminal. So you double click on it, type WXL. So now this will log us on onto our virtual Linux machine, right? So you click enter. And it's going to take some time. Here we are. So we can start to create directories or folders, right? So now let's make a directory called, let's say, my folder. So mkdir. So then the name of the folder is my folder, right? So then you press enter. So now let's change directory into this folder. So you're going to do cd, then my folder, right? So that's we are changing directory to my folder, and we can create some files. So you're going to use touch, and let's call the name of the file, right? .txt. That's we are creating a text file. Then you press enter, right? Now to find this file, we can close our terminal. Then we come to our file explorer. Then we come to Windows C. Then we come to users, right? Then that's the root directory. So the folder name was my folder, and there is the file that we created, right? Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.